there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Day to Day, the podcast where we explore the joys and challenges of everyday life. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Whether it's personal growth, navigating relationships, or just tackling the chaos of the day, we're here to talk about it all and hopefully help you along the way.
So grab your coffee, tea, or whatever keeps you going.
And let's dive into today's episode.
All right, picture this. You're 20 years old, gazing into your crystal ball, imagining your 30-year-old self. What do you see? Oh, probably a sleek, confident version of myself. Maybe effortlessly handling a high-powered career, being wise about life, maybe even a family. Sounds like the script we all buy into, right? Exactly. But, as many of us hit our 30s, it turns out life didn't read the script. The glamorized forecasts meet reality, and it's not entirely roses. Yeah, I know that well. There's this scramble at 30 work, relationships, money, everything feels like it's supposed to lock into place. And when it doesn't, it hits hard, doesn't it?
Right. And that mismatch between expectations and reality can breed what some call a pervasive sense of failure. Like, why am I not where I thought I'd be? Especially as you see peers checking off those societal milestones.
Ah yes, milestones. Marriage, a house, a stable career, and meanwhile, you're there wondering if you can even afford the new couch you need for that rented apartment. Relatable. But here's the kicker. Psychological research frames this phase differently. From 30 to 35, it's considered a transitional period in early adulthood. And during this time, identity conflicts and existential questions hit peak levels. Sounds intense. But is that all bad? I mean, it kind of feels like the universe's way of shaking you awake a bit.
Exactly. And like you said, it's not all gloom. Amidst the chaos, this stage pushes personal growth, forces you to define core values, figure out what really matters, and yes, grow up.
All right, let's unpack. What are the biggest challenges here? I'd guess career. Isn't this the time you start questioning everything about your job? Bingo! Career transitions at this age widen in scope. People begin thinking beyond climbing the corporate ladder. You start asking, do I feel fulfilled? Am I even good at this? Where am I heading next?
And let me guess, the same level of hyper-analysis extends into relationships. The self-questioning over dating, marriage, or starting a family.
Absolutely. It becomes this tug of war. On one hand, there's pressure culturally or even socially induced that tells you stability is overdue. Get married, settle down. But on the inside, you're questioning whether it's what you genuinely want or you're just following the script.
Oh, I think we've all heard something like, by now you should have done X, Y, or Z. It's that keeping up with the Joneses on steroids.
Exactly. But here lies the danger when that pressure pushes people towards rash decisions, settling for anything stable, just for the illusion of control or fulfillment.
So it's kind of like people start living life as a choreographed act of stability theater, yet deep down, it only makes the feeling of being unfulfilled resurface stronger later.
Spot on. And it can compound that second wave of failure perception, when stability achieved under external pressure feels hollow. It's another chance for disillusionment before maturity fully kicks in. Alright, tough love moment. When the chips are down, how do we navigate these murky waters of early 30dom?
There's no one-size-fits-all game plan, but fostering what psychologists call deep, quality relationships can be key. High-quality connections, even just a few, lay an emotional foundation to evade spiraling during tough times.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Relationships drenched in trust and authenticity can keep people grounded. But what if you're still riding solo? No partner or close-knit circle knocking on the door?
Totally fair. Even so, quality over quantity applies. Lean into family or cultivated close friendships if romance isn't the ticket yet. What seems small now matters tremendously when it comes to long-term mental well-being.
And then there's figuring out our role, the identity cocktail, like becoming not just a professional, but maybe also a partner, a parent, or just someone who knows their boundaries and values, right?
Yes, picking out what truly resonates instead of letting societal expectations dictate. It looks into what experts suggest, recognizing your needs, taking small actions toward authentic happiness.
Sounds cheesy, but it's about putting yourself in the driver's seat, hero of your narrative kind of vibe, huh?
Exactly. Treat yourself as an active protagonist in these messy middle years. The world's full of adventure, and this exploration is how you calibrate purpose, individuality, and resilience.
I like the idea, as if this could be a phase with a rebellious streak of trial and error, rather than viewing every misstep as catastrophic.
For sure, because honestly, the hero always gets better at swimming while struggling midstream. There's worth to every thrash and paddle.
Well said. It makes hitting the 30s less about drowning and more about turning into a self-proclaimed Michael Phelps of life navigation. Ha ha, exactly that energy. So, the shout out to all 30-somethings navigating these waters. Your imperfect attempts are laying groundwork for your strongest self yet. Keep that in mind.
And maybe let's end with something reflective. What's one thing you've learned or changed as you faced your own transitional phase? Who knows? Someone listening might just relate.
For me, realizing it's okay to pause and not have all the answers. That space creates clarity eventually. I like that and mine. Learning to celebrate even tiny wins. Because if you're swimming anyway, might as well enjoy those strokes. Cheers to that.